the new foam in, and I think we're over all the problems with UPS.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So
Do we have the new box?
We have the new
Slightly
box is
bigger?
nearly coming. There's 60 millimeters bigger.
Only 60.
More. That's
Six-
enough.
For
It's
some
got
people, 60
mm.
millimetres is huge.
That's right. We live in the land of 60 millimeters.
Meters. Yes, yes, yes.
What?
Especially.
You're here?
Hey, who's here?
Are you live?
Good morning.
Good morning, America! Here we are.
Hey, Paul's here. He's in early.
Ben Snow's here from Game of Thrones. He hates that. He hates that. He said there goes a show that ruined my name. He had a really cool name until. Joe Skinter's here. Oh, my eyes are
Todd
gone
Bow's
blurry.
here. I think you need your glasses on.
Yeah.
You got 2 beers on today.
There we go. So we got what do we got going on today? I tell you what, we got nose to glass, right? I haven't got my knife. He's got my knife, right? But I got the nose to glass, so I'm gonna beat
I
him
got
up.
the bottle opener.
I tell you what, we're working on today.
Bottle openers.
You got to read all the notes. Oh,
Okay.
Can you read them
Paul's
from there?
live
or
and live. I
we
can
go
read
here?
them. Mike Howard's here.
Mike Howard
Mike's
is here,
come to
right
say
at the
hello.
beginning. That's
That's
fantastic.
awesome. I can read them.
You can read them.
My eyes work.
My eyes are blurry. as
Martin
crap
Morales is
today.
here. Good night from North
I
Carolina.
got to turn the volume down. Here we are. So what we're looking at today is looking at
guys.
yeah, caps for Perry. There we go, Rick and you. So we're looking at
He's here. Rick's
the
here.
multi-tool. We're going back to the multi-tool. So one of the other things that we thought of is redesigning the screen removal tool at one end. Like
Yes.
that could work.
Bottle
right?
opener at one end.
Oh, pardon me, I
Screen.
never do that.
God blimey, where did that come
That
from?
came from that orange juice I drank.
Jeez. I'd go back and get a refund.
So it doesn't mean we only have to make one tool. We can make a multiple of tools. So we could just make a. Here's Richard Whitlock. He's in
back.
there. He knows how to remove screens. So we could have the knife, right, converted to a number of multi-tool functionalities.
Screen remover.
And we could make it so it clips together so that you can actually make it the tool that you want it to be on the day. But I'm interested in those of you that use different tools. You can even put photos up here, I think. Can you? If I've got a live feed, can you add a photo? Can somebody work that out? If we can add photos, that'd be pretty cool, because then we could actually leave a comment with a photo which would say, hey, this is a multi-tool that we could use.
Welcome, Marty. Welcome. First time viewer.
Ah, Marty!
And Chad Merritt.
Yeah, we're in. So here's all the things that you would say. What we're going to do is we're going to make a range of carbon fiber tools. Some things that could fit onto your keychain, some things that could fit onto your belt, but we think we can make them out of carbon fiber because carbon fiber is so damn strong. What is the video you've watched, John, of the best demonstration of how strong carbon fiber is?
The Team New Zealand America's Cup boat foiling on all 4 foils, and they are made of ultra high modulus carbon fiber.
That's it. You can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong when you're doing that. That's why professionals always use.
So, Richard, you
carbon
got your
fiber.
order today. When did you place that order? When did we or probably better, when did we dispatch? Because when you place the order may not be... we're running a wee bit behind. We actually sold out of nearly everything. So we placed... we had orders placed, but basically it might be, let's say it's a 2-week supply. We're trying to push it forward to 1 week or 1.5 weeks. So it's a little bit crazy here right now.
Look at that. It's so crazy we fell off.
Yeah, fell over. There we go. See,
We fell over the other morning.
I'm the master professional. Johnny slept all night last night, so that was great.
Yeah, I slept until
Brian
4.
Williams is here. Michael Wedge is here. Like, we got famous people turning up here. That's good. Who else? Richard Whitlock. So you ordered on Sunday night and you received it on Tuesday. Oh, we dispatched on Sunday. You got it on Tuesday. Jonathan's here. Dang, we've got some famous people coming in here. Window cleaners from all over the world coming to listen to the shit talk, the crap talk. Like, you guys don't say that word. That word's a cuss word. I heard. For us, that's the word. That's what we use the word for crap, right? Yeah, you'll be famous. I tell you what, when I get into my Art of War talk for today, I think you'll get an insight.
You had time to do one.
No, I just pulled one out this morning.
When did you do that? Pulled one out.
This is our last broadcast from this apartment, and
Historic day.
It's a historic day. So the Wi-Fi guy is coming over, and he's going to pick it all up. Rick's here. Nick Evans is here. Man, we've got some cool people here. There's some really smart guys in window cleaning. I always say, like, window cleaning has some of the smartest people for such an easy, like, you know, like the process is quite repetitive and easy. Oh, a week ago Sunday. I dispatched Wednesday, arrived on Monday. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. So we got... can't even remember what I was going to say.
So we're going to unplug the Wi-Fi after this.
Oh yeah, then we're off to the new place, level 48, looking out over Ningbo City. So we'll do some nighttime broadcasts, which will be your mornings, but they'll turn into podcasts, but you'll get the view. It's such a pretty city.
Yeah.
Joey is here. Boom! Memorial Day weekend.
We're going to go for a wander through Ningbo at night as well and let you have a look around and a chat to the locals and see how we have to endure life here.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
So tough and difficult.
Yeah. So we're talking tools. Eric Gillian is here. That's good. Scott Davidson's here. We like these guys, right? So we're talking tools, carbon fiber tools. Like, let's start working on a carbon fiber tool. I'll show you one, actually. Wait right there, Johnny. Don't go anywhere. You hold on.
I'll try not to go anywhere. The tool's left the room. He's gone to find another tool.
He called me a tool. You know you're not allowed to say that. I got rules, lines, and boundaries, buddy. You can't talk shit to me like that.
I like this tool he's got at the
this
moment.
Little tool here. Like, who wants to guess what this is? Yeah, tell me now.
Hey, Jason.
Jason Lehman is here? Like, what is that? Tell me if you can work out. I'll bring it closer so you can work it out. That is a tool. It goes on your keyring like that, and it's a tool, and I am gonna make a tool just like that.
For some nose scratching.
Nose scratching, there you go. See, he's a farmer through and through, right? Johnny comes off the land, don't you?
I do.
He's a dairy farmer. I also come off the land. Before I joined the Navy,
Boom, Thomas.
Thomas is here. Will Hill is here. No way! He's my buddy. Will Hill is one of the founding thinkers behind Constructabrush, right? He sat with me for several dozen hours thinking how to make, and we bought some equipment, and we bought silicon stuff. Like, could have made our own flashlights, but we didn't. That would have been fun.
Does anyone have a customer sheet of paper defining what the customer should and shouldn't be?
A customer's sheet of paper defining what customer should and shouldn't be. No.
There is no rule on
No. So Will Hill, that's what it is. It's a bottle opener. So what am I going to do?
Reach it full.
If you guys are that clever, what am I going to do with this little bottle opener here? Larry's here. That's pretty cool. Larry is here. We run that. Make sure we're live. Customer expectations. Well, you know, sometimes that's just managed by how we present the story at the beginning. Yep. I guess what they're looking for is a level of clean. Open a bottle. That's what we can do with it, but that's not actually what I'm going to do with it. I've designed it, right? It's in your book. Did you bring your book?
Did I bring my book?
The little brown book?
I've got 3 little brown books.
Have you got the little brown book with Perry on it?
I may do. You may.
Because that's got it in there. I'm gonna make a bottle opener.
You may be in luck today.
I am gonna make a bottle opener. It's gonna be a window cleaner's bottle opener. So we will get Johnny to go and get his little book.
How many bottles are we gonna have to test on this?
We will test it before we send it out. So there's that. The sill brush is out. So those of you who know, give it away to the person who orders
Isn't
next.
That working?
Yes.
That's not working.
Let's say give it away to the person who orders next over $5,000.
Exactly.
Yes. Well.
Next person that orders Reach It Flow.
Reach It Flow. We could do that. Like, we can't. These are actually protected, these ones, so we're not allowed to copy it. But it's a pretty cool little tool, right? I thought for America it would be nice. We can actually change it. So if you tell me which gun this is, which kind of rifle this is, and which kind of rifle we should make it like, and then we could actually make a gun one. But I'm more inclined to make a window cleaning one.
Ah!
Yes, I've been working away
He actually does things.
I've been working away, sketching away, and here it is. This is it, right? So there goes the bottle opener there. So this is my design, and it's modeled exactly on this. See? Like that. Huh? Huh? Is that clever or what? So, Randy's here. That's pretty good. I don't know why mine doesn't stay live. AKA 47.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think it's an AKA 47. And so what do we need to replace it with? AK 47. What do we need to replace it with? Snazzy, right? Will, am I a good thinker? Is that good thinking? It took me a bit. I've done a few drawings and like I had something like this before. You know, I literally battled away. Then I did one which Harrison said that doesn't even look like a squeegee. So, that one. Yeah, that one there. He said that doesn't look like a squeegee. So then we changed it to that. And I think it's going to work. And it's amazing how fine we can cut a line. I don't think this has got fine lines actually in it.
Fine lines and wrinkles disappear.
Oh, you can see here, like look in there. See that little hole there? I mean, that's really fine. So we can put a little definer which shows where the blade is. So I'm working on those right now. I don't know how much I can get for them, and I don't know how much they're going to cost me, but I think it's a fantastic little little tool. Now, having shown you that logic, that's all right, Rick. That's all right. But the best place to jump onto is Waterfed Pole Talk Facebook group and ask there, right? Because we're not, if I don't have the answer, I can't answer, right? So you go into Waterfed Pole Talk Facebook group, and that's where all the window cleaners, there's about 1,850 or not 1,900 guys in there, and they're very proactive. It's probably one of the most active groups. I get an email from every group when a comment is made, and then we can compare the number of members to the number of comments, and we have between us and I think the UAMCC contributing members group, there's like the most active groups in Facebook as far as actual comments made, comments and threads. So
Comments and threads or
comments and threads. So here you go. Once you get this idea and you realize this is strong enough, Johnny, have you got a bottle? You don't? Yeah, I don't think we do.
I'll check your fridge.
Yeah, I don't think I've got one. But now you start to think, okay, what about a screen removal tool? What about the the tap opener? Because you guys get the commercial taps which are embedded in the wall and deep.
You got cans.
Carbon fiber mini scraper. So tell me how that would look. Dallas Window Rescuer's here. What's his name?
He was here the other day.
Oh, I've forgotten his name. It's not Tommy.
No, Tommy is Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. So you boys who run in off your business names, that makes it harder for us because we've got to try and remember your real name.
Art's here again.
Art's back. Joey's here. Oh, well, Joey, I think I already knew Joey.
Joey's here.
Richard, if you give me an idea for a mini scraper, I mean, are you saying that we may be able to scrape glass with a carbon fiber edge, or? Yeah, why not
Richard,
share? Thank you,
right.
Art. Why not share this video because it's interesting, right? Share.
So if you got this end of the scraper, if you got this end of it and had it as a scraper end instead of this.
Yeah, that's what he's calling for, like a mini scraper. But I don't know. I mean, we'd have to test that. Okay, I will get one made, I think. What shape would it be, Richard? Tell me a shape. Give me a shape. Sketch it. Can you add photos? Can somebody see if you can add photos in the live feed or not? Yeah, tell us your name, Dallas Window Rescue.
It's Richard.
We've forgotten.
It's Richard.
Is it?
Yeah.
You remembered?
Some of us don't need happy pills to remember.
I took
Some
my
of
happy
us,
pills.
our eyes work, and we can read.
Yeah, we could try and see if you can scrape with a carbon fiber blade. You would be able to sharpen it, right?
Can't
you know
shave
that.
with it. I tried.
And then the question is because you think about a blade. If this is the blade, you can sharpen both sides or you can sharpen one side. So the question is, would we only sharpen one side? Yeah, it definitely would not rust. And it's only got to knock stuff off, right? So as long as it goes through to a straight edge. The question is, how would you keep it as a straight edge and not have it going, wiggle woggle? Okay, no photos in the chat. Thank you, Will. Will's right on it. Will's my buddy. We don't talk so much these days, Will. I think maybe we're just living too far apart or something.
Do well under pressure.
And you stop drinking every night, so that kind of, at the pub anyway. So, so that kind of, anyway. We'll get together soon, right?
Never give up, Richard. Never give up.
I'm so happy to see you here,
good.
Will. That's really cool. Yeah, so we can have different ideas, but the most important one that I'm going to run with right now, firstly, is the window squeegee bottle opener, which will be a nice little icon for the industry. And the second one is the knife, which is going to be a multi-function knife. Well, it won't be a knife, right? So it would be a multi-function tool for window cleaners.
Multi-function bottle opener.
So we can make a flat one, but we can also... Thank you, Will. You should come out to our new factory, man. It's like over 1,000 square meters.
He was saying similar things about you
and
the other night too, Will, while he was drinking.
we put. I do love Will. So we put the windows in and the walls in. So now we've got a separate office. Last night we stayed back till 10 o'clock while they hung 2 lights. But then tonight they'll come back and they'll hang another 2 lights, and there'll be lights over the top of the desks, and it looks shit hot, right? It looks so cool. And we've done it all on a budget, man. Like, we've only got a 2-year lease, so I just don't want that landlord cornering me and making me want to stay because I've over-invested in the place.
Exactly.
Yeah? I got these guys sussed, right?
Because what they do is they come along, they lease you an empty hull, and when you do up all the inside and make it look cool and beautiful, when it comes around to renew your lease, they go, I'm going to double your rent because look at my fantastic building, even though it's you that's done it.
Yeah, we had a guy, a buddy of ours got kicked out in Shanghai. Like, he actually refurbed the whole place, made a restaurant, and then he got kicked out, and the landlord rented it to somebody else. And you're just powerless. And if you haven't been here long enough to know people and to know people who know people, then it doesn't work. You know, you can. Some guys have a bit difficult time. So.
Get a truck in quick enough to empty everything.
We're here.
What other services do we offer?
Like, do you mean do we offer? Like, we offer entertainment,
cheek.
Drinking games. Yeah, we're going to have a drinking games, right? So we're going to choose a time, maybe a public holiday weekend, and we'll have a drinking games session. Yes. See if we can drink Johnny under the table. See which one of us falls asleep first.
Oh, that's going to be a fun night.
We could do a marathon.
We're going to see.
We could do a marathon. We could do a 4-hour, this is called Simon and Garfunkel. This show, by the way. Oh, I called it Simon and Garfunkel. Which one are you?
I'm not one of those two. Jesus, I'm out of here.
So we think, I still like Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men, but
I like the Flintstones myself. Fred and Barney.
Fred and Barney, we could do that. Fred and Barney were the first men in kilts.
Gee, Joseph, you're lucky you stay sober.
Poor old Joseph.
Just PM me before the show to say how you want to go.
You won't even wake up in the morning if he gets going. I had a little pep talk to him, say like, come on, Johnny, like, we've got to talk positive, right? We can't talk crap.
Dallas, Richard started a drinking game. Practice now.
Yeah, that's the way. What sort of value do we offer? Value. You know, what else have we got going? We've got the Sil brush, which I've got a prototype of, and we're going to send it to the UK first, but maybe if I've got 2. If I get a few, then I might run them around the place, just to get an idea of the angles, to see if we've got the angles right. And so that'll be the second constructor brush, which is quite historic because it means the first one has crossed the line. You know, maybe there's still more things we can do. We've got a different quality of bristle coming in that we've ordered just now, but it's about 25 days away. Eric Gillian, Les Ryan, and somebody else have been testing it. So they've what we're trying to do is get this experience that the brush slides across the glass, like it feels like it hasn't got friction, but it's still got the aggressive nature to be able to, you know, flick the stuff off the glass. I will sign off today. If you remind me, I've got to sign off on the ordering of 3D prints for the bronze wool pad.
That's right.
I'm going to do that. Carbon fiber constructor brush. No, I'm going to have a go at a carbon fiber squeegee channel. I'm going to have a go at that. But I haven't really talked about it. The bronze wool. We're going to pre-assemble it as a brush and sell it as a brush.
Just as a brush.
I'm not going to sell it as a fitting because I think it's too messy. And you Americans, you just don't like fiddly, right? So if we're not doing fiddly, we're gonna pre-assemble it exactly the way it should be. Give you some bronze wool pads, and then away you go. You'll be able to get at it. But for all intensive purposes, between
Jason wants to know when that's going to be
Nick Sanders, give me 2 weeks because they've got to be 3. Well, somebody's got to sort of do the CAD drawing for it. Oh, the mentorship program, we're going to cover that because Harrison's been working on that, called Reach and Recruit. We've got the first young guy is in.
Jacob.
Augie is the first mentor. Jacob is the first recruit. And the logic is this. I had a big chat to him like yesterday. The
He's
logic
a
is
fantastic
this.
young guy.
Yeah, we don't do fiddly, right? We don't do fiddly. Mandy, Marty. Oh my God, see, my eyes are just
Is there a
blurring
window
out.
cleaning certificate class that you would recommend?
You can go to
We only fiddle with ourselves.
Yeah, that we do from time to time.
Window.
That's that got completely substantiated and justified by Wolf of Wall Street, right? Lunchtime jerk-offs, right? Got to do them.
Got to.
It's got to get rid of the stress somehow.
So what training pages will be seen?
Waterfedpoletraining.com right now. Very soon it will transition into Reach It Academy. We've got a full-time, right now he's part-time, he's joined us. We've got a full-time photographer to videographer joining our team, and then he's going to help leverage me to be able to make more videos so that we can actually increase the quantity and quality. And then we've got an animator, which, you know, I know 6 months ago I briefed this animation. But anyway, he's very close to finishing, which is the animation, which is you can show to your customers about why you leave their windows wet. So we've got that coming. And then so Reach It Academy will be more better. You know, can I say more better?
More better? That's a bit
Irish. A bit Irish.
More better.
I haven't seen anybody from the UK here yet.
No, they must be all sleeping. It is 3 a.m. there.
What does Richard from Dallas Window Rescue want? He said, ahem.
Oh,
Does that mean we didn't answer one of his questions?
He talks about fiddling with themselves.
Oh, okay. Marty, yeah.
Yep.
So,
and then we have Reach It Recruit, Marty.
You
probably missed it. We announced it a couple of days ago.
No, I don't think... I mean, yes, it's possible to create a brush that's all bronze wool. We'll have a look at that, but more better. Yeah, very Kiwi. So we'll have a look at that and see if we can put one out. It's basically going to be a flat pad, which is very similar to what we would do with the indoor kit. So when we finally make the mold for the indoor kit, we may put that little hook around, you know, which holds the hydro blade. So I'll have a look at that. Flat pad system can be done.
So explain to everyone that.
Oh, Reach It Recruit.
Reach
It Recruit is like, oh, shit, that hurt.
Does that work?
I had that skinning thing right on my finger.
Damn, there you got me.
No, seriously, I had my finger right there when you pulled it off my hand.
You got me then too.
I'll get you later. No, don't do that.
That thing's dangerous.
It's exciting, but I mean, there's going to be a whole new generation of tools which we're going to make out of carbon fiber that have never been made before.
What did Marty
Okay.
Reach It Recruit.
Marty, Reach It Recruit. Reach It Recruit goes like this. So it came to us where Augie said, look, there's a young guy, he started his own business, he's like 20-something, he's got a kid, he's responsible, he's aggressive, he's a hustler, right? And he wants to start his business. And Augie said he's going to buy the kit and put the kit up for him. Hey, Indira is here. That's great. Indira is a new member of our team, by the way. So welcome, Indira. Everybody go clap, 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 clap. Welcome, Indira. So she's stateside. She's going to be our first full-time stateside employee. And she's a sister of a very dear friend of ours, George. Aguilar, who's our team player in America. Yeah. So even though he's got his own business, Empire High Rise, a promo for him. Empire High Rises travels 48 states. He will, if you've got a relationship and you want to do a high-rise job, or you've got a relationship that opens the door to a high-rise job, you can call George at Empire High Rise in Kansas City, Missouri, and he has a traveling crew, so he can use Google Street View and look at the building from above, or Bing or whatever, and then tells you exactly how to quote. He's got insurance in 48 states to 46 or 48 stories. And what he does is he comes in either as part of your business, but he certainly puts your business name on his insurance, so he covers you. And then if he prefers, it makes sense for him to bill the customer directly, but he gives you a commission on the job. And he looks to sign a long-term agreement, like a 5-year agreement to clean the building. And every time he cleans the building, he sends you your commission. So it depends how involved it is as to, there's a little scale of commissions. If you just pass the lead, and then it's a little bit less than if you're actually managing the relationship locally. But it's better to manage the relationship locally. So he can travel. I think in principle, if it's a big city, it's not so effective. But if it's anything where everybody is traveling, right? So there's no local high-rise guy, then you can use George, Empire High Rise USA, EmpireHighRiseUSA.com, I think. Anyway, Indira might be able to help us with the URL. So anyway, Reach a Recruit is this. Augie came to us and said, there's a young guy wants to start up. Augie said, I want to put the money up. Can you help us? I said, okay, well, there's nothing for nothing. Let's think about this. So we've said to him is that we'll put $200 up as a discount, right? It'll look like a discount, but it's basically us funding, with our money, this young guy in. And he's going to become a Reach a Recruit with the intent of becoming a Reach It Elite. So there's going to be a program, and he's going to have steps, and he's going to start at $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $150 an hour, $200 an hour, $250 an hour, $300 an hour, $350 an hour if he can do it. And he's got 30 days. And in order to, then we're gonna give back to him a total sum of money equal to the highest hourly rate that he could validate. Now, how does he validate it? He has to have the customer on video saying he was here for this long and I paid him this much and it's a fantastic and amazing service, right? Because what we're doing is trying to break the bias. We're trying to break the thinking that everybody's got, which has been built up since, Ettore Stickone, that dude invented the squeegee, is that, breaking biases and breaking through income barriers takes actually a whole new way of thinking. And so from my perspective, because we're making tools to make you more efficient. Look, I got blood. It's only a little bit of blood. I'm like a 2-year-old, right? I've got blood.
I suppose you want Hillary back.
That's it. So here's the logic. He's got to go in saying to the customer, I'm a Reach It Recruit with the intention of becoming a Reach It Elite, right? It's a little bit like The Apprentice, like I've been chosen, and then what I have to do is deliver this amazing service to you so fast that I'm the least amount of inconvenience of any window cleaner you've ever used, right? So he's got to prime it that he's going to charge a lot. Then he's going to say, this company that manufactures equipment has sponsored me with the most expensive equipment on the market, which enables me to work faster to become less of an inconvenience to you, because you don't want to sit and watch a slow window cleaner use up your day. So Mrs. Jones, what would you do if I could release 2 or 3 more hours out of your day because I can work faster?
We got another new guy here.
Hey, we've never met Aaron before.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
So then he has to have a video with the customer, right? So he's got to get on screen. So he's got to be a hustler. And then his mentor has to ring the customer and validate again, so it's not his auntie or his great aunt or somebody else where he flicks them and say, give me $50 and say this for me, right? So it's not that this kid would do that, but we're trying to set up a program that you guys can use. What we're doing is gamifying the initial onboarding of recruits. Because basically for window cleaning, it's usually a very slow and steady start, and it gets boring because the days of boring are gone. Like you look at everybody's on YouTube, everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on everything. Like they're all games and electronics. And now I just watched some of the Apple WWDC this morning, and they've gone right into VR and AR. You know what that is, John?
Yes. Virtual reality.
And AR.
Aerial reality? Fucking if I know what A stands for.
A stands for augmented, like the Pokemon game.
Oh, that bloody
right.
crazy
So you're
thing.
seeing reality and then they're augmenting it. Virtual reality is that you can't tell any difference, right? She's really doing it to you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
But you don't know she's not, right? So that's the logic, right? And then if we can do that, then we can say, okay, well, you can be a mentor to your own employee because we can say that it works. So we're trying to set a frame. And then what his job is in increments. So Harrison is designing a logo that'll evolve, a process that'll evolve. So every time he hits a win,
he'll get stripes.
Right, he gets stripes like that. So then we have this, and then ultimately he becomes a Reach It Elite because he's hit a certain mark, which is basically going to be, socioeconomically driven. So if it's an AB demographic area, then he'll have a higher target to be an elite than if he's in a CD demographic area, right? So there you go. All right, fire away questions, comments. Tell me if it's a good idea or not. Are we on it or what?
And what else would you do?
We're gonna bust this thing. Yeah, you can hit the like button if you like, because I don't know why, but it makes you feel good if you see a couple of blue.
It does. A couple of little blue things, and then all of a sudden a little red heart. Always looks good.
So, you'll be watching this space to watch this because this is going to be amazing. Like, we're going to change the industry.
Not that there's space here. There's us.
This is just us, and we're only looking at this tiny little screen, right? Because
that big screen.
Every time we go on through the Wi-Fi. Well, we get cut off.
But when we get to the new place, this screen here will be working, and
yeah, I'm gonna get a big screen sitting behind us, right? So we can. Then I can take. Here we are.
Here we are.
Maybe we've got a bit of a delay.
No, I think
right?
we do.
So we're going to get a big screen so we can
Not
take.
like us to be delayed.
We can.
Miss flights or anything strange like that.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry.
No,
I'll get it
it's
simple.
not complicated. It's simple
not.
and
This
easy.
kid. The
way it goes, Richard. You get a newbie that comes to Dallas Window Rescue to do some cleaning. You give me a call and say, John, this is the equipment I'm going to buy. What are you guys going to do to help this young fella? I want him in the recruit program. Then we run through how it works. It's quite easy. You will front the money for him to buy the equipment. We will give you a discount of $200.
No, we won't. The second ones will be that they've got to earn it.
Will it?
Yeah, it'll be a rebate.
Yeah, but his first one.
No, because the first one is Augie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Augie, we're going to give him a discount to fire it up. But if you use it like that, my thinking, I mean, it's not set in stone, but the logic in my thinking is that, we're then going to gamify this guy and push this guy, and he gets that credit, back into your business.
So
right?
the more he the more he learns and trains, and the quicker he learns and earns, the more you guys are going to be earning, and the better off he's going to be as well.
Yeah.
So you guys will get him from nothing an hour to $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $200 an hour, etc., etc.
And it's not for everybody. Like it's not for a simple guy, and it's not just for a simple. Like it's not for it's for the when you find a hustler.
I want to do it.
It's the guy that you want to have as a hustler. Did you have a question that we didn't answer? Oh yeah, gotta go. Thanks for answering my questions. I'll watch another time.
You might not see us in New Orleans.
No, I don't think we're in New Orleans.
We haven't had an invite.
We didn't get an invite.
No,
right?
no invite. The kiddies are crying.
We've been there every year since the beginning. But not
no
this
invite.
Year.
Toys were thrown out of the sand pit at us, so no invite.
Richard got slam dunked.
Yeah, so we don't really mind.
It's all right. We'll do something fun at the time.
We'll do something else.
Yeah,
that'll
be good.
Wait and see.
But you'll see us online, right? 9 o'clock at night when you're having a couple of hurricanes. You can pull your iPad out and say, "Come and listen to Perry and John." Right?
We'll be here every night.
We might even be doing some deals at that time. I don't know. You
never know. We might have a special promotion happening.
Yeah, maybe. Wink, wink. We could do something.
Yeah, bloody Santa here.
Yeah, but you can listen to this as a podcast. You don't have to watch us. I mean, look at it. Like it's two guys sitting in a
room. How boring is this?
That's pretty boring.
It's not like we have any nice scenery walking around.
So the secret, that's right.
We can go and do that in Lower Town at night.
So the secret is...
Then they won't want to watch us at all.
Listen to us as a podcast. We'll keep it lively. We've got lots of stuff. I mean, obviously, when I bring out my AK-47, you won't know what happened. But
if I'm not here, you know what happened.
It does. But I do want to think, what I'm thinking is, could we remove, if we had this, this is 1/12 of an inch here, that there. If we had this, another 1/12 of an inch up, could we remove a screen and put a screen back in? Does it need to be a great big long curve? That's my question, or a big long piece. So that's one of the things I'm asking. Yeah. How do we rethink the tool that can put in and out of screens, and then what shape do we want in this? Do we want a curve or straight or whatever?
Or do you prefer a bigger one attached to one of these? Remove
this part, it would be bigger.
Yeah,
it would be bigger. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can get it thin enough, but I think that's thin enough to make it work. So there you go. Well, Marty's gone.
We got
Silbrush coming.
God damn.
We've got Reach It Recruit underway. Harrison's designing all the logos and everything.
Joseph's gone off, cursed too much. He's got drunk and fallen off his chair.
It's a long way
One
down.
shot per curse.
For Joseph, he's so short. His feet don't touch the ground when he's sitting in a chair.
God damn.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell. That would be a long way down.
That is a long way down for Joseph. So he's got, when I went to his place, he's actually got a little safety belt he puts on when he's drinking. So he's strapped into his chair. So if he gets really wobbly, he can't fall out.
I know some people need that for when they fall asleep when they're drinking.
I think after this, he's just burped. I think after this, he's going to put a 4-point harness in. Because he's laughing so much.
What do we call that 4-point harness?
Oh, the wasp pack thing.
The wasp
right?
pack. We can get you a wasp pack to hold you into the chair.
Yeah, we could have it.
John Mickelson's back.
Marty's gone. So we'll get.
Did you fall off your chair too, Marty?
We could. We could use a wasp pack. Right,
Attach
and
it
then
to the chair.
hang him. So it's got a little spring release as he jumps off the chair. It'll lower him slowly,
It can
right?
be called the bungee
the
harness.
The bungee. How Joseph gets off his chair.
No, we're homeless. We're homeless
This is my home. Well, for one more day, right?
for today.
This is the last day.
Saul's here.
Saul is back. Great, Saul. We're still waiting on the software. Don't worry, we have not forgotten you. Every day we say how we're going to look after Saul. We'll do it with PayPal today if we can't get the software up and running.
Yeah.
We're just trying to set up, just so people know, we've got the potential. Don't tell them about the phone books. That's it.
Funny enough, I had this customer once when I was selling cars that came in, and I went to trade his car, and he said, "I'm sorry, but I don't think you can drive it because it's set up for me." And I thought to myself, maybe he's got these little hand controls or something. And I went out to go and drive it, and he had got great big long galvanised bolts and blocks of wood and put them on the brake and the accelerator so his feet could actually get...
serious. There goes an idea for you, Joseph.
No, it's not a good idea.
Extensions on the brake. Hey, if your team glasses, let me check whether my glasses are... Oh, wow, that's so clear. Are your team glasses, are you broken? That's not me. I miss Alcoholics Anonymous. Alchemist Anonymous, so I like that too.
Alcoholimus Anonymous.
Yeah, but you know it's only like 9:30 in the morning here. Like we have not been drinking since last night. Doug Rucker's here.
Doug's here. G'day, Doug.
Doug's our favourite guy.
Hey.
Like Doug Rucker. You want to listen to Doug Rucker and Ron Musgraves on Cleaners Live. They go live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. I think.
Doug, thank you very
A
much.
lot of
Doug.
people-
Adam bought off me this morning, Doug. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, was that a Doug Rucker referral?
He said he'd been talking to Doug and he's been doing a bit for Doug.
Nice. John Mickelson. Yeah, well, that's
It's the only
thing.
way you can
guys
put
can't
up with
drink.
us, John,
That's
is to
right.
do that. It's the only way.
We're a laugh a minute if you've been
couldn't put up
drinking,
with
and we're
us
just
otherwise.
dickheads if you haven't, I guess. That's probably why so many people come and go, right? They just can't handle us. That's somebody joined us there and somebody didn't join us here. Like, how does that happen?
Because they only like
Who
a
is
little
it?
screen. Tim Ashton.
Tim Ashton.
Hang on,
Do you
I
know
need to
Tim?
borrow your glasses soon. No, Tim's new. Tim's new.
Hey, Tim, welcome. Welcome to the Bill and Ben Flower Pot Men show.
Fred and Barney.
We talk a little bit of window cleaning. Oh, maybe it's time for Art of War.
It could be.
Okay, the Art of War. Chapter of the Art of War. Are you ready?
TJ's here.
TJ, my man, David
David's
Harrison,
here.
you're coming in just in time.
They're
I
all
mentioned
coming
the Art
in.
of War and everybody's coming in. It's the best time to listen. This is about Sun Tzu. I'll tell you a little story. Who can bribe Doug with a Philly cheese steak? Anybody. That's the answer to that.
Anybody.
So this is the Art of War. And what happened is that the Art of War was written like 2,000 or 3,000 years ago by a Chinese dude who was like a really clever soldier, a really masterful soldier. And a little bit like Europe. Basically, at the same time that Europe was breaking apart into different countries and becoming a feudal society, or a series of nations, China at the same time, the very same time, was actually a feudal country, right? A feudal nation with little mini emperors everywhere. And it was being brought together by this amazing leadership that brought the whole nation together to become one nation, right? So now they are the last and only civilization nation. The blood stock that they come from is called the Han people, and they're all one blood stock and they're all one nation. So there's a little bit of amazing history. But Sun Tzu was that's us, Fred and Barney, right?
Fred and Barney.
They were the first.
All we got to do now is find Betty and Wilma.
Oh, God, spare me. I begs Betty anyway. Even though I'm probably Barney.
Yeah.
But hey, just got to lift the skirt, right? I'm ready to rock and roll.
Exactly.
I'm sure they
We
didn't
should
wear
do that.
underpants back in those
Actually,
days.
we could do that. We could walk down Lower Town dressed as Fred and Barney and see how many Wilmas we can find.
And we could find a lot of Wilmas if we're dressed as Fred and Barney. All right, here we are. Sun Tzu said, "It is the nature of the military that swiftness rules. Ride others' inadequacies. Go by unexpected ways. Attack where he has not taken precautions. Yes. So, here's the commentary. Go swiftly to where the enemy is weak, where they are not, where they are undefended. Sorry about that, we took a call.
To reach it, this is John.
Sales time. Sales takes preference. These are the empty. Your momentum only increases because they offer no resistance. These are means of skillful movement, right? So here it is. This is Perry's insight into this. When we started Reach It, I'd actually came to China selling solar thermal for an Austrian company to 5-star hotels and hospitals. We picked up an order for 700,000 euros. Part one was 300,000 euros, and my commission in that was Johnny, jump out the door. Johnny. Oh. See, I can't think because he's talking so loud. So anyway, so we got this big deal. It's 300,000 euros, and my commission was built into the payment, which came back to my Chinese partner who had the Chinese company, because I didn't have a Chinese company because I'd just come to China. So anyway, so they sent the money across, and then this guy refused to pay me my commission. So then, and I've already spent a year of my small remains because I was a single dad for a bunch of years. So I had a small thing, so I had nothing left. So I went back home. I said to Harrison, we're not going back to Australia losers. We're coming back as winners, if we go back at all. And so I went back and I had made this cut down from these Excel poles that I used to sell. And I made a cut down pole and said, this is what a pole should look like. And it is, what the Mini is today, right? But obviously nowhere near as refined. So I said to Harrison, like, I only had $10,000 left. And I said, what we have to do is we have to look what the market hasn't got and then hit that point. So from my observation, pardon me, the market had gone to fixed length poles. It's all gone back there right now, or it's stayed there. Gardner, Ionics, Facelift, Zero, Tucker, like they've all gone for this multiple sales poles of different lengths, internal tubing, like so they can jag you for a pole for every story that you want to clean, or if you need to clean a little bit above, you've got to buy a whole new pole. And that's what always bothered me once I realized that I could have done better. So I had my $10,000 and I came back here and I said that the niches are the pull apart. So we have to have an external tube and then allow the pole to be pulled apart and extended, right? That's the niche. That's where they were weak, right? So it says go where they are not. And the other part was quality. Now, albeit all of you know that we haven't always been able to perfect quality, but everybody knows also that we strive towards quality. So we've become a better and better product. But then if you look at the iPhone 3, the 3S, the 4, and now you look at a 7 and a 7 Plus, and then you look at what comes out this year, on the 10th anniversary.
It'll be the X.
Everything gets better with time because if we continue to focus, and we've done nothing but focus. We don't sell anything other than professional window cleaning tools, right? In water fed only. So we're only just about to go sideways now because we feel as if we've got reach it to that point. Sideways. Tank. So here's the commentary, right? So you've got to look at your business and say, okay, if I want to strike, go swiftly to where the enemy is weak, where they are not, where they are undefended. These are the empty. We have to find the
quality
empty.
And service.
You've got to find the empty. And now if you look at it, like Reach It Recruit, military rewards, like I'm looking for where they're not, right? Because if we can fill the void, quality and service,
that's where they're not,
right? So they're all trying to automate their business and make them more efficient. We're not worried about how efficient our business is in relation to your business. We're more focused on your efficiency.
Georgie boy,
George is here. Empire High Rise. Put your
business socks on, George.
Business socks on, and put your URL on here. Maybe there's some people who want to chat with you, George. We did a big promo.
We did a promo for you before, buddy.
Yeah, that's it.
It's 2 bottles of 1800.
Yeah, that's right. So you've got to go now. George is another example. George is a great example of this card.
I thought you were going to say of an 1800.
No, George went where they are not. So he networked like crazy. He's been in this business. He's only like 32 years old, something now, and he's been in the business for maybe 8 or 9 years or something like that, 6 or 7 years. But he went and networked at every event. He's been to all the IWCAs, the PWNAs, the UAMCCs, the WCR events, the NOLA events. He's been to everything, like as a young guy, and met loads of people. And he offers a service that they don't have. He goes where they are not, right? And even there are other guys that have high-rise businesses, they don't do that mobile traveling, subcontract, share the commission deal, right? So George saw a niche as a young guy and opened the niche up, and he went into it. So that's the art of war. The art of war, by the way, was taken on by the Japanese after World War II. They got completely disabled. The Americans moved in and controlled them and contained them, and you've still got military bases there in Okinawa and stuff like that now.
They were out training in the North Korean Sea the other day with America.
Well, the Japanese, I don't know if you know, but 2 weeks ago, for the first time in history since World War II, that the Japanese actually, because they changed their laws saying now that they can get involved in international military affairs, but for the first time they actually sent a support ship to an American flotilla and actually traveled with an international military naval flotilla for the first time. So the history's being made, because the North Korea thing is messy as messy, right? There's a lot of people thinking that there's going to be a lot of people going to die if we don't do something. So here it is. Go swiftly to where the enemy is weak, where they are not, or where they are undefended. These are the empty. Your momentum only increases because they offer no resistance. These are means of skillful movement. That's what you want to do, because he's taken no precautions. He's got no defense. So when a company, like in water-fed poles, if they want to take the affordable market and they want to make their poles with fiberglass or part fiberglass, right, they leave the hole for 100% carbon fiber. So Reach It has only ever been a 100% carbon fiber.
I fell in the hole.
Yeah.
God damn.
We've only ever made 100% carbon fiber water-fed poles. Why? Because that, at the very foundation of our business, we saw that as a niche, as a hole in the thing, is to say somebody's got to take and hold the quality and then raise the bar, and let the others follow.
And they follow.
But they're following
slowly.
a year and a half behind. If you read the
Mary Poppins?
No, not Mary.
Mary had a little lamb?
What's the name of his ship? Anyway, Rudyard Kipling in 1854 wrote this poem about this ship.
Oh, that was before Mary had a little lamb.
He was the first guy to make either a steel keel or a steel rudder in a ship that was made of wood back then, or he may have been the first steel hull. But anyway, he got into that, and he said, like, everybody's copying me, but they're a year and a half behind. They can't keep up with me because they haven't got it in their minds. They can only see what I'm doing and copy it, but they can't get ahead of me because they're not thinking like I am. You know, that's Rudyard Kipling, 1854. Some of it's old, some of it's new. Most of it's stolen, but all of it's true. Yeah.
Right. Another true little fact for you all out there. They did a survey in America a few years ago of who was the most desirable person in the world to women to marry. Who was the most admirable man in the world to marry? And guess who came out top?
John Heslin.
Fred Flintstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fred Flintstone. Women all over America were saying
they wanted a caveman.
They wanted a caveman. They wanted a woman they wanted a guy that would say, "Why isn't my food on the table? I'm off for a beer with Barney."
Something like that.
Yeah, they didn't want one that come home and said, "Oh, darling, can I cook for you? Can I do the vacuuming for you? Can I wash? Can I do this and that?"
Yeah, but there's a nice bit of equality. I see you in your house. You cook dinner.
I know I cook dinner for myself.
Right, and for your girl.
I always cook dinner for you.
And for a bunch of people.
I always cooking fucking dinner. God damn. Oh, geez, Joseph's going to have another drink. Hey, Casey Dane's here.
I'm just teasing you anyway.
Casey's here. Oh, look at that. Jason just bought something. Look at that.
There ain't no girl going to live with this dude.
Exactly.
He's too crazy.
Exactly. They don't like it when there's another one there.
Hey, Casey
how
Dane. It's good. He's cut himself. He cut me earlier. I've got blood.
He cut me.
I got blood.
My God, there's a little bit of blood.
I ripped it out of my hand when I had the pig skinning thing in my finger. So we've got some news. We've got an AK-47. We're going to convert to a window squeegee and make it it's actually a bottle opener. So I'm going to make a window cleaning blade here and a handle here, and it's going to be a bottle opener. This is also a bottle opener. And we're thinking about what tools do you want. So if you get an idea and you say, if this tool could be so crazy light, right, made of carbon fiber, super hard, super solid, and thin, and light, and easy, then what tool would I get? What could I make? Because maybe we could make I'm thinking we can make a screen removal tool, like as thin
We could have a
as thin as
bandage
that.
holder. Have it holding bandages for when you cut yourself.
We could do that. Hey, we've got a couple of sales came through there,
that's
Johnny.
Jason.
Like, that's Jason. Oh, thank you, Jason.
Jason Lehman.
We like that. Oops.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Just don't let me touch my screen when there's stuff going on, right?
Exactly.
There we go. Like, okay,
Your
what else is
iPad's
going?
broken. It doesn't work.
I don't know why it just doesn't stay live. It just, you got to keep pushing play or something.
Wants a nap.
All right, so
I think that's...
tomorrow I'm going to talk Silbrush.
Don't forget to
I'll
bring
bring
it
it
along this time.
Yeah, I'll bring it in. We're going to be in the new place, so we'll give you a little bit of a walk around. I cleaned a house the other day with a tucker brush and a pole. By the end of the job, I was all tuckered out. Okay, the scraper we'll have a play with, right? But I need some of you to put up a shape.
Hey,
so
Marty's
jump
back.
Jump into Waterfed Pole Talk. Marty, what are you doing here?
Eating turkey drumsticks.
Oh my goodness. Like Fred Flintstone. Noah's here. You're late joining Noah.
Noah always joins as we're about to leave.
There it is. 100 comments so far.
Well,
see, I've been talking too much and not asking enough questions.
Exactly.
We should be up at 180 comments by now. Ask me some questions.
He talks too much. He's always talking. Don't know what he's talking
Oh,
about.
if you've got to reach it,
He's
flow.
always
Flow
waffling.
is the go, by the way. You need a CR2032 battery because we have to take them out for shipping.
Yeah, we're not allowed to ship
Since
them with
9/11, you can't ship anything with a battery. That's why when you buy
Or
toys...
with resin.
Or with resin, yeah. So when you buy anything, like it says battery's not included, I mean, it's so serious that you're not even allowed to include that battery, right?
Thank you,
That's,
Jason. He just ordered his 2 tanks.
Good. Yeah, you're gonna like those. I've got I'm working on a system that'll go around them, and you'll be able to buy it after if you've got 2 of our tanks. It'll fit. So basically, it's going to have. I'm not sure if we can get. Anyway, whichever way we're doing it, we're going to do a variable DI out, DI tank stand with dual TDS. So you'll have a proper system. When I started in this industry, the very first product I made was a variable Siccardi, a variable TDS
Hey,
out.
look, I remembered. Those pills from yesterday are working.
That's right. They finally cut in.
kicked in.
No, but you had a great idea yesterday. I can't remember what it was, but you had a great idea.
We get this here,
Oh,
and we chop this piece off, and we put a screen remover on the end.
it wasn't your idea from yesterday. You had another great idea yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
What was it? Not to drink tequila and then so fast.
We really got messed up on the weekend. That's not good. Have a standalone scraper. Even a standalone scraper. Yeah, no. The scraper we would do standalone, I think. But maybe put a bottle opener on the back of it. BA and Hawkeye.
It's supposed to be BJ, you twat.
BJ and Hawkeye.
God
What's that?
damn.
Is that
BJ
Mash?
Honeycutt was the blonde girl.
Oh my God.
God
That's
damn.
you. You
when
can be her.
I would have had her when I was... Oh, she would have been a lucky woman. Speaking of filling out...
Yeah. Where the competition is not, a la Art of War, what do you think about a double-sided attachment that actually works? A double-sided attachment? You mean one where you can flip the brush and have bronze wool? No, it's completely wrong. So, that's stuff.com.
No.
We did that, by the way. Like, we had it. So we've been down that road, and I just don't think there's an efficiency in it, and I don't think that's it's not workable. I know if you want one, then there's DA, I don't know his name in the UK. He makes one and he wraps some bronze wool around like a T-bar, and then just has a couple of little brush bits.
Soon, so
but in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have
maybe a month.
BA Baracus.
B.A. Baracus,
got it wrong.
I was thinking of BJ Honeycutt. You said BJ and Hawkeye. I was thinking of MASH.
I was thinking of MASH as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't flip it around. It's wrong. No. Like, it's wrong ergonomically. It's wrong from a time it's a wrong focus. And it's too heavy for the pole.
Exactly.
Right? It's the wrong focus because the focus
Brian
is...
Dixon's here. Bryce Dixon, sorry. Bryce.
Good to see you. Randy Mills joined. My God. All the famous people have turned up at the end.
They're waking up. Or going to sleep.
So what we don't want to do is introduce more steps. Yeah, DA components. That's the one.
Yeah.
So the components. It's a nice, and he's doing a lot of good DIY stuff and commercializing it so that and people will support him. And every manufacturer starts that way. So I support him and his products. However, it's from an efficiency point of view, it's not where Reach It wants to be. Like, we want to break new ground, not copy or just make something simplistic, right? So the way to do it is
we know you were still
is that,
sparkling your daddy's eye, Paul.
We've got to get it. I'll show you actually because I've got a brush here today.
Your daddy might have been watching BJ Honeycutt when it happened.
Damn right.
He's gone again. He just disappears.
Here he is.
Look at that. What the hell are you got there?
I got to go and get some chairs for this new place. But anyway, so this is a Constructor original, and what'll happen is that at this trim here, so you can see that, John. At that trim there, this trim here, we're going to put a bronze wool pad all the way across there. So you'll have one layer of bristles to be able to keep the water working the way we want it for the hydrophobic turn hydrophilic, and then the rest will be bronze wool. So it'll be interesting, and then that'll be pre-assembled as a brush. It will not go into the end caps. Right, so then if you want to do the sides, then you'll have to turn the brush on its side, but you have side to side to do that. So to go from 3/8 to 5/16 hose for the rhino tubing, yeah, we use Gardena. Like we're going to relook at that. Yesterday I sort of covered that yesterday, that we would that other one, Innovate or Inexceed or something like that, or Innovation Exceed.
Oh, they've just brought out those
the
new
UK
ones.
guys. Well, he hasn't brought them out yet, but he's released that he's going to, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. So we'll have a look at what he's doing for the UK market, and we'll have a look at it for Rhino Tube and Rhino Hose, and see if we can make some custom fittings, how they would work, like some sort of quick connect or something like that. I think, like, I go, duh, why didn't we think of that? But it's good. Like he's got, like the UK has a particular product called Microbore that the USA doesn't use so much. So we'll just think about putting it with Rhino flat hose, like being able to find making a connector that'll work really well to just click them together, and then joining Rhino tube together and joining Rhino hose together.
Did we see the Easter egg shaped carbon fibre pole?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's Richard Everingham. That dude ripped me off for £10,000.
That dude that had all our equipment and
he had all the
never
equipment
paid.
and never paid. Like I had it all on consignment. He's working from home. You support a guy like that. He sold a fair chunk, but he just went feral at the end, and then he ripped off a couple of other people, and he ripped off a couple of people before me. So I don't know who's backing him, but
they better watch out.
Put the word out. Right?
They won't get their money back.
The good thing is when he had Jet Systems, he had a partner called Mark someone, and that dude rang me up and he says, I just realized that we sold a couple of your poles, but we never paid you for them. So he actually rang me up and he said, I've already put the company into liquidation, like that's closing it down, administration, liquidation, whatever.
Foreclosure.
Something like that. And he said, I've already closed the company, but he said, the bottom line is it's still my responsibility. So he sent me like just over £1,500, like over $2,000. So, we got a little bit of a recovery on that one from one honest guy, and I just, hats off to this dude, right? Because he could have easily just walked away.
Not to Richard Everington. No, hats off to him.
No. So anyway, he's doing that oval pole, but there's some issues with going out of round. Like we all know to go out of round if we wanted to increase the rigidity, but the question is what happens to the pole? Like for example, when the wind blows, what happens? Because basically you're setting it up to twist. Right, it's got a core rigidity, which if you're straight on all the time, it's fine. But what happens when it twists? And do you lose that core rigidity, and does it give or whatever? And also, every time with carbon fiber, like if you have a straight line, it's fine, and a circle is fine. But as soon as you go around a corner, then basically you have a weakness in there. So, and everybody knows, that creates a weakness. So if you're under, if he's only going to make 20 and 30 foot poles, it's fine. But the other problem, as I said to Lee Burbage, I said he's solving a problem that doesn't exist. Like we're not experiencing rotational torque or rotational slipping. That when you put a swivel or a constructor brush, like with the side to side on the top of the pole, there's no way to have any you've got no rotational force anyway, except just to twist and swivel the brush. So it's a little bit, it's kind of like, I think after the effect with a probably an over-engineered solution. However, I think all of us will be watching it, to see, just like people have watched me with constructor brush, and I've seen Tucker and Gardner, playing with their how to put a tube on top of the brush. Like, somebody's got to lead the way, and then everybody's going to
follow.
Everybody's going to say, well, if it is right, if it does work, then we'll all have to head that way. But it's expensive. It'll be expensive because those molds, we can make our molds on a lathe, right? Because it's just a steel tube. But if you've got to make those molds out of round, then you're no longer on a lathe, you're on a CNC machine. So
is that why you call them, if you make them at home and they don't work, you just call them oval? Maybe that's what he's doing.
No. He's not making oval. It's kind of like out of round square. But that was embarrassing for us because we have people still coming to us wanting to service a pole that was stolen, and they paid, and then they go, yeah. I thought something was wrong because he asked me to pay cash for it.
He asked me to pay cash for it, and I paid less than what it was on the website. And you go,
and then like one of them like goes, it's like I bought it like 2.5 years ago, and I want warranty claim on my clamps, right? And you go, nah, sorry, we don't know you. You're not on our records.
Exactly, you're not on our records.
Happy to support. Like, we're happy to support.
And you admitted that he wanted you to pay him cash, and you admitted that
you thought there was something fishy about the deal.
And it was cheaper than what it was on the website, but you still bought. It's like the guy that comes up to you. You go to the car fair to buy a car, and you go and see the car, and the guy does you this awesome, huge. There was actually one of these happened in New Zealand.
Yeah.
This guy, I know the car dealer personally myself, he'd found out that his manager had hoodwinked 20 or 30 cars out of the system.
What's a hoodwink?
Stolen.
Oh, right. He'd
stolen 20 or 30 cars out of the system. And anyway, this one guy had bought one of the cars at the car fair, and it was $5,000 to $6,000 less than what you would have paid retail for the car as a fresh import. And the guy still bought it. And my friend found out, he went through and tracked all the paperwork, he found these cars, he went and repossessed as many as he could because they were stolen. And he was rightfully allowed to because he did have securities over all of their chassis numbers and stuff. But anyway, this guy went and took him to a program we have called Fair Go. And he was moaning and groaning on Fair Go about how this car dealer come and repossessed and took the car off him. And he said to him, look, it's cheaper than what it should be retailed. Did you not smell a rat? It's $5,000 to $6,000 cheaper than what you'd normally pay. Didn't you smell a rat that it might be stolen? And the guy goes, well, no, it was just my good luck that I managed to buy it, so I want my money back. You can't take the car. And he just sat there and went, who do you think I am, Santa Claus?
So what happened in the end?
The courts ruled that the guy was right. He got to, well, Fair Go couldn't sort it out, but in the end, the car dealer managed to keep his money, got his car back, wasn't giving the guy back his money because he bought stolen property.
That's it.
Same thing happens. You come to me complaining from the UK that there's something wrong with your pole.
No, don't with a threat. That's
it's no threat. I'm just saying. I'm going to say to you,
we will investigate.
We'll investigate.
But those days are long gone now. We've got those days.
All of those people have disappeared.
Yeah.
So
all
anyway,
gone.
It's stolen property.
Yes, that's what it was. It was. But we do have some very, very good customers in the UK who did not steal from us.
And some awesome customers in Ireland at the moment.
We love the Irish.
Ireland, I'm going to open Ireland
up. The Irish
up
can
soon.
drink.
We've got some Irish guys there wanting to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Johnny, I think it might be time to wind it up, right?
I think it might be. We've gone nearly an hour today.
There it is, 1:02.
1:02? Oh, we've gone over an hour.
Just over an hour.
Oh, something's wrong.
Bill and Ben, the flower plot men.
Oh, look at that. My watch is slow again. I got some of those Chinese batteries. Indian batteries. Nah. Oh, you want us to keep going? Oh, blimey. Thought you'd be sick of us by now, Casey.
Now it goes quickly when you listen to us two.
Fred's bloody screen over there's frozen.
Yeah,
it's not working.
Can't see a shit. What's going on? It's
telling us
there
it's
we are. There we are. Larry Crook. Daryl, two other people joined. Do you guys have to pop in and pop out, or you really rejoin, or not?
No, I think it's just your iPad's on the blink.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
It's time for a new one.
Look at that cheesy smile.
Exactly.
This beard makes my face look small. Do you shave?
Nah. Let's try this.
That's good. All right, so we're going to wind out, and we will be back 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow
night.
So...
goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from me. Thanks, Casey.
See you, dudes.
Have a good one. Have a beer for us.
Have a drink for me. Have a shot for me, Joseph.
Tomorrow, all being well, if we have Wi-Fi, we'll be coming live from the next place. Take it easy. Yes, sir.
Eagles did a good song.
Hey, if you get a chance, share this. If you like it, share it, right? Because it'll be good just to get... we got over 850 views to one of these, right? So normally we're averaging about 600. It's mini
Take
poll
it
only.
easy
Yes,
on
Jason, you can, if you search up on store.futureofcleaning.com keyword only probably, and you'll find it.
We have the mini
I
pole
saw it go back into
only.
the new store.
Currently, they're at $5.90.
Yeah,
pole only.
$5.90. I don't know why you'd buy them pole only, because
You need
a
a
couple
brush
under
to
more,
work
you
it
need
with.
everything else. But
The pole don't scratch the glass and clean it on its own, boys.
but he may have 10
few
10
brushes.
brushes, so that's very
Exactly.
cool. $5.90 free delivery in
pole
the United
only.
States of America. So it's good. Paul,
If you can't find it, flick me a message on Messenger and I'll send you the link.
yeah, just like that.
Like
Simple.
that. Quick as lightning.
We're a little bit slow. Like we actually sold out of minis, pros, plus A's, plus B's. We sold out of
We
everything.
sold out of most things. God, it was a great
So we've got
sale.
new stock coming in ASAP. So it'll just allow 5 days to dispatch. By this Friday, we'll have everything back up to caught up again. All right, buddy.
We're gonna go. I'm hungry.
Yeah, starving.
Thirsty, hungry,
Right.
thirsty. Oh, we're gonna get your Wi-Fi over.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
I think I've seen you spend a lot of money with
He
us,
does.
Jason.
He does.
You're a good man. We like good customers.
Exactly.
All right, champs. Don't forget, have a look at Flow. Flow is the go.
Flow is the go.
We're
Get a
100%.
Flow, bro.
We now have like 40 of them out there, and we've
Yeah.
got like 100% positive feedback. We had a couple of little hiccups, and we know exactly
Thanks
what
to
to
the
do.
couriers.
We've modified them a little bit. We've modified the packaging a little bit, but we have a perfect product. It's delivering amazing volumes of water for a little unit that it is. Thanks to Force Filters. Okay.
Gotta go. I'm thirsty
Cheers.
and hungry.
Cheers,
Bye.
buddy. Good to see you go.
I got customers to call.
You do. Go get them.
God, I got some.